So we are looking at the Road to the Knockouts Cup. For this, you can play one game and you get yourself a 75 plus pack. Winning 2 games is your 1000 XP and a 75 plus. Winning 4 games is a 2 rare gold players pack. Winning 6 games is a small Electrum players pack. Winning 8 games is a gold players pack. And winning 10 is an 83 plus times 2, plus an 80 plus times 5 overall. Now, to get to this game mode, you can either press Y or triangle on the screen here and it will immediately take you there. If not, go to online friendlies and I'll show you where that is. So we go all the way back again. If you go over to the play tab and then you want to scroll with RB or R1 to where it says friendlies, press A for friendlies or X, go to online and the cup will be there. Now with this cup, we need to have a Road to the Knockouts player, whether it's a UCL, a Europa League or a Europa League conference. So as you can see here, we've got our UCL card just underneath my camera, Pedro. But just to show you what other cards do count towards this, we are going to be looking at, if we scroll down here, we're going to be looking at, wherever they are, this green card here, the Road to Knockout, so one of these. And on top of that, we are also going to be looking at the Conference League, or Europa League, sorry, that was the Conference League, and this one being the yellow one I don't have any of. But in terms of concepts, you are basically looking... Stop right there. With the introduction of kits, tokens, and now evolutions needing FC points or coins to complete them, there is no better time than to head over to IGGM.com. Get yourself some coins, very, very cheap, fast and reliable. Use discount code NANIC at the store and get 5% off. The link will be in the description. Looking for one of these cards here. Now, this is going to be extremely sweaty. I will add on top of this that you do need to do it in 4 matches a day. There is obviously a week, so there's a good chunk of games to win 10. You don't necessarily have to win them all, but if you want to get all the packs, I recommend doing it. Of course, the XP bonus is nice enough. If we were to scroll back, exactly how many wins we do need. I do believe it is 10, so you need to do about 2 a day. If you can get 2 wins a day, you're laughing. Typically, it becomes a little bit easier at the end of the week than rather right now. Right now, it'll be super, super sweaty. It being very, very difficult. But what I recommend doing in this cup is just taking it nice and slow. You can also play in co-op. So say if you use all of your games for the day and your teammate hasn't, or your friend hasn't, sorry, you can go play co-op with them and you'll get an extra 4 games. So essentially you can do it in extra games, and it's the same for their friends. Say if you've got 4 games left, they don't have any, you can do co-op. Now I would treat this as foot champs, essentially weekend league. Try your absolute best, play the most sweatiest teams. You can have a loan, so if you have got any of these icon loans from the beginning promo or anything like that, definitely would consider using one of them, especially if it's going to improve your team. Now, if you don't have a UCL card, I would highly recommend, obviously, getting a UCL loan if you haven't got one already, or if you go buy one off the market. I'd imagine all their prices are spiking up. We'll have to check now. So, again, the longer you leave it, the cheaper the cards become, but the less games you have to do it. So, it's one of those, a bit of a catch-22 with this. So, we were to have a look at the UCL card now to see how much it is. We are looking at around probably 14k, maybe a little bit less. Let's have a look. So they are sitting around 14k at the moment, so it might be best to try buy one as soon as you can. Even a little bit lower there, so there is a possibility to get them. They don't have to be the best players. What also I'd recommend doing is when you jump into a game is substituting them straight out as soon as you can. As you can see, these are around 12k for the Europa League conference ones, and the Europa League in itself is extinct by the looks of it, around 14.5k. So again, once you've got them in your team, so if I go back to my team now, you'll see with the lineup, if I don't really like Pedro and I've got him on 0 chemistry, I am going to go and basically start the game. As soon as I kick the ball off or my opponent does, I press pause and I will sub him straight out for a player who's better. Could possibly be alone if I need it to, but it's definitely something to do in terms of food for thought. I honestly would recommend, if you've got custom tactics, use them. If you don't have custom tactics, then of course you are looking at basically playing the best you can, even looking up some custom tactics if you can. You should have one from objectives already being Raya, and if you haven't completed Darmian just yet, go complete Darmian from the objective screen, which is going to be the objectives that we got this week. This live one here, go complete Darmian and he will count towards it. So you don't even necessarily have to buy one if you don't want to. So very, very straightforward. This one's nice and easy to do in terms of what you have to do to complete it. So if you want to wait and save your coins, I'd recommend. Wouldn't rush to get the packs. The packs are going to be there for a week. Get them done and off you go. Very, very nice objective in terms of that. Like I said, it is extremely sweaty at the same time. So you want to treat it with the best possibility as you can. Hopefully this answers all your questions. And if you do have any questions, as always, comment down below. And like I said, Treat this as the most sweatiest things you can, and if you do lose your 4 games and you've got a friend that you can co-op with, go ahead and do that. But you only need to have one of them in. Don't go for a full team. Preferably go for one that's going to give you chemistry or one that you like using. If not, substitute him straight out as soon as you can. And then you want to have a very strong bench for substitutes. Definitely recommend using alone because it doesn't lose a game in friendlies. And that has been the video. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next one.